Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can go ahead and configure the web applications within Intune, and that same application can be deployed to the end user's devices, right? So this applies to all the different platforms, including Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS devices as well, right? So by creating this policy or by creating a simple web application is nothing but a standard a web link that we are going to create within Intune, and the same web link is going to be delivered to the end user's devices, right? Now, the devices are those devices which are managed by Intune, and it is going to be delivered to all those devices. And each user or each device platform would have a different experience altogether. Let's say if you are using Android phone, and the same application is going to be shown up on the company portal application, and from there user has to bring it to the home screen, right? So that application is going to be kind of lightweight application, and from there user has to just click on the applications, and it is going to open for users to see and access that application as an end user experience. Similarly, on the Windows, if we were to deploy the same application on Windows, it is going to be simply be added into the start menu on the end user's devices, and then from there user can either create a shortcut to the desktop, and then they can access it. So similarly, I'm going to show you how we can create a policy for Windows especially, and same policy is going to be deployed on all different platforms, be it Windows, Android, Mac OS, and iOS devices as well, right? And then it is going to be delivered to the respective devices which are managed by Intune and in the Intune context, right? So now what would be the real use case, or what this is going to do, right? So Intune supports various types of web apps, which including the client server applications, which has the interaction between client and server applications. So a kind of simple web applications as well, right? Where the modern web hosting platforms commonly refers a kind of application deliverability from server side to the client, and there are many other things. But as an end user or as a deployment side, we really don't care. But definitely we should have the appropriate communication to the devices, including the network and the right set of policies in order to access those applications. Otherwise, there would be an issues if user does not have the right set of connections or communications, and policies are blocking the application itself, right? So that's the part of the later when we are managing the complete devices and are putting certain policies. Those policies are really enforcing certain controls and not letting users to access any of those applications and resources at all, right? So now let's go ahead and create a policy. But before that, there's a note I wanted to talk about it, right? The browser, or there are certain requirements, I would say, right? So browser must be installed on the user's device to launch the web application. So that's the one of the requirement. And for okay, so for browser applications, there are certain settings and configurations that needs to be managed using Google Play web links, and those can be managed effectively. For iOS devices, new web clips, which is called also as and pinned web apps, right? And which is going to be open in the Microsoft Edge browser instead of Intune managed browser, and then required to open in the protected browser options. For older iOS devices, there's a clip option which must be retargeted these apps, web apps, right? To ensure the open web app or into the edge rather than the managed browser application. And for the legacy device at Android admin or Android devices, web links pinned through company portal widgets can only open the Intune managed browsers. If user's company portal version is older than a particular number, let's say 5.0.4737.0, right? So that's how it is going to be enforcing, right? So let's go ahead and create a policy, and I'm going to show you in action how it works and how it is going to be deployed, right? So let me open up Intune portal here and share my screen quickly. All right, so I'm on Intune portal, and from here we are going to deploy one of the web applications. So let's say I have this SharePoint site over here, and I wanted to deploy that as a web app through Intune on the Windows device. So I have one of the Windows device over here added already and managed. So I'm going to simply show you. So I'm onto the application section and then Windows devices, Windows platform, because I wanted to create it for Windows and not for any other, right? And let's go ahead and so here you can see web applications and other. So we can either select Windows Web Link or Web Link. So both of these options look similar and you would see the same experience over here. Let's say I would simply give it a name like SPO site, document hub site. And then probably I can give the same description here and publisher is this one. So this is the site URL that I have put in. And you can select the category of this application as productivity, business, data management, or whatever it is, basically. And this is the option where we can enforce or show this application within the company portal app. So I'll select yes. And I don't have any other details over here, but if we have all those details already with us, we can simply go ahead and add it. And here's the option for us to add a logo. So to add one, I would simply select this one. I have created one of the image or copied it from Google. So this is just a SharePoint icon, right? And then add it as a logo. So that is going to be added over here and the basic details provided. Click next to the scope tags. We can add any tags that we wanted to filter it out. And if not, we should be good. Click next. Here we would assign it to either all devices, all users, or specific group where we wanted to target it. And then available for enrolled devices, available with and without enrollment, and uninstalled. So we can make any of those choices as per needs, and that should be good enough too. Even we can go ahead and add on available for enrolled as well. So I'm not going to do that for now, but I'm going to assign it to required one, right? For all the devices. So whichever device is managed through Intune and part of Intune is going to be enforcing that applet deployment simply. Click next. At the last summary, you can see the application information and the details. We have not provided these basic details over here yet. That is why you don't see any options or any information, but you can see other details at the top here and that's provided appropriately. So we are good here. And even assignment is also provided. So we should be good here with all devices group. And now let's go ahead and create this app policy. So as soon as this is going to be created, it is going to be deployed and you can see that this is created for Windows platform. So this is the basic details about the policy and the properties over here. So everything about this specific application and device install status and user install status. Currently, it is not showing up because this policy is not yet deployed across. And then for that, I'm just going to go to devices and Windows, and from there, I'm going to synchronize this device. So this is the active device. I have, it's a virtual machine basically. Here, you can see that. And I had already opened up the virtual machine over here with the company portal application. And you can see that under the company portal app, there is one application as well, right? So let's minimize this one. And I would simply open up a CMD here to speed up the process. So from here, I'm going to sync it so that the synchronization happens quickly. So I'll just gp update slash force so that whatever the policy we have deployed, that should pick up as soon as possible, and it should simply perfect. So synchronization is initiated and it is going to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And here you can see it's a device manufactured on for VMware, right? And device model is VMware Virtual Platform. So this is a virtual machine, right? And that's a part of Intune. Part of Intune as an domain joint as well as autopilot device. So I can show you that from here. I have added that here. And from Entra, you can directly go to the devices section and see whether that device is part of autopilot or not, right? So let's go ahead and give it a time, maybe just synchronize it again. So from here, you can see that. So this is that device. So this is a part of autopilot. And here you can see that it gives the clear message saying that this device is Windows Autopilot device. Device is deployed with the Windows Autopilot cannot be deleted in Entra Admin Center, right? So we cannot delete or remove it from here. Instead, we can go back to Intune and remove it from there. Also, you can see the complete details about this device, right? Entra join device and then Intune. It is not yet compliant. And you can see registered date and activity date. So that's the last captured date time. And you can see the difference between Entra joined devices as well as Entra joined plus autopilot. So this device is Entra joined, but this is not autopilot device. And this is Entra joined plus autopilot device. So here you can see that the icon is a bit different than the Entra joined device without autopilot, right? And then it's going to show you the reference and you can easily identify it, right? So yep, this is how you can go back and identify the devices. Okay, seems we should be good here. Maybe I'll just resync it again and rerun the policy. So we should be good here. And probably we can search over here. Yes, PO document, not it, not it. Seems it is not it. So let me click on start button and we can scroll down gradually. It should be in the yes list and it should be showing up over here, but it is not yet displayed. So probably it is going to take a bit of time. Also, I have added that same application in the company portal app, so that should show up over here as well. So probably that's just going to take a bit of time, and I think we can do one thing to restart the device quickly to pick up the settings, even if it is synchronized. So let's see. It showed not found because it was trying to recheck, but it has already initiated the sync, right? So this should probably be checking in with the device, and you can see the date time. So this is the today's date when the device was last checked in. Right. So let's see. This is coming up. Oh, that says we will restart for you. Okay. So it needs system thread exception not handled. Okay. It needs to be restarted then. It is going to be, I think, just restart the OS. And it's a corporate one, right? So this is completely managed device. All right, it is back. Let me log into the device. Now it should log in back. Okay, perfect. So here you can see that device is logged in. We are back successfully, and we can just go back and search. It should be popped up over here. And if it is not, then probably the synchronization is still not yet successful, or it is just trying to pick up the changes. Okay, so let's go back to Intune and let's go back to the application here. Then Windows. And from here, we will find that application. Okay, this one. So probably this is not yet showing up any results because it just did not deploy it, or it did not just sync with the device, right? Here you can see there is no result on the device level as well as on the user level as well, right? So this says 20 minutes to be available in the report. So upon last synchronization, so once it is synchronized successfully, and then once it is deployed as well, and you can see I have targeted the all devices. That means all devices group is in the position to pick up this policy or this change, but it still did not pick up. So probably it is just going to take a bit of time, I believe. So this is the Teams application. Okay, Copilot is opening up here. Not yet. Video line. No, that's the different application. That is strange, but the application should be deployed over here and it is not published or publishing on the device itself. Let me open up CMD again. GP update slash source. Also, I'll open company portal app if, and I will run sync this device. So from here also we have an option to synchronize the device, right? So it is going to sign in and then sync with Intune, right? So this should also speed up the process. So this is that device. Okay, so here you can see that sync is happening. Sync device to get the latest updates from your organization, right? So this is going to be synchronizing with Intune and then it is going to pick up. Also, you can see the company portal app version and other details. All right, so let's see, the policy is still synchronizing. So this is log into the browser with 365 portal, right? So let's see if it is synced up. Not yet. Okay, I think it is going to take a bit more time and to synchronize it, but definitely this is going to work and is going to pick up the changes, right? So this is how it is going to be deployed. The main thing and the main part of this is that the way I showed you by creating this policy, right? And this policy is something is very important. And to deploy it, definitely device should be synchronizing and active. Sometimes it takes time to be deployed, right? But definitely the policy is going to be deployed and delivered to the devices, right? So yeah, that's all for this video I wanted to show you and talk more about it. And definitely you can use this and try and test it and let me know what is your experience. Have you faced any challenges, issues, anything like that? And yeah, I would be happy to answer any questions, any doubts, and anything that you would like to know and learn from this, right? So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel as well. And share this video with your friends and colleagues and other and like the video as well. And yep, also watch other videos around Entra ID, Microsoft 365, Azure, and FinOps topics. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.